Dreaming the big dream. Welcome in the beginning of another hour of the Ben Maller Show. We are in the air everywhere, just adjacent as we are, where the night comes alive, coast to coast, border to border, and beyond, on the vast and impeccably powerful microphones of FSR, emanating live from the bump. Things that go bumpity bump in the middle of the night. But our lead this hour is from baseball. And we're not previewing Game 6 of the World Series because there is no Game 6 of the World Series. The postmortem on the Dodgers slaying the Dragon, beating the New York Yankees, basking in the afterglow, the bling-bling, the trophy. You got Dodger manager Dave Roberts, who admitted that Shohei Ohtani should not have been on the field to begin things in the World Series there, or not begin it, but by the end of it, because of his messed up shoulders. The Dodgers trying to rationalize how they won with Ohtani getting only 2 hits. And then you have the alleged post-game comment from Ohtani that everyone's been picking apart. I don't know if you heard about it or not. Maybe you missed it. But in the celebratory moments after the Dodgers had taken down New York, I read this quote. Now, Ohtani supposedly ran into a Dodger executive, the president of baseball ops, Andrew Friedman, and he immediately made a promise. All right, so he finds the chief nerd of baseball ops for the Dodgers, this Friedman guy, and said, all right, 9 more. 9 more. Now, for those of you a little slow, the 9 he is referring to is the World Series titles. Ohtani is contractually obligated to the Dodgers for 9 years left on his contract. So let us discuss the question. Shohei Ohtani, it's being widely reported that he told a Dodger executive after the World Series, all right, 9 more, referencing those World Series trophies. How do you interpret this? So I've got overdosing, double-decker, and A&E. And we will combine all of these things together, and we are going to play Tiddlywinks is what we're going to play. So number 1. That's right. What number is it? Number 1. So this was the H word, hyperbole. All right. So we know that. It's benign. It's a benign comment that has taken a life of its own. And I know why. I understand why it is myth-making. Ohtani in that business is a mythical lumberjack, and he was happy. I don't doubt that he said what he said. He was overdosing on dopamine, enjoying the success, the fruit of his labor during the regular season. So the other thing is, like, what are you supposed to say? Like, could you imagine if Ohtani said, well, I don't plan on trying to win every year. Like, maybe some years we're going to try to win, but other years we're not going to try to win the World Series. This is a whimsical antidote to add. I put it in the Shaggy Dog story. Arf, 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 Shaggy Dog, right? Because Ohtani, he's the big ragu in baseball. He's the cash cow globally. Got to keep the cow happy. I saw some videos in Southern California of people lined up what looked like for a mile to buy World Series championship merch. And that's not only going on all over L.A., it's going on in Japan. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Now, we don't know a lot about Ohtani. We know he likes to gamble. Maybe not. Wink, wink. But after winning the title, we were told that not only did Ohtani say, hey, I want to win 9 more, why not? We're told that Ohtani stonewalled a post-game interview request from the great Fuji TV. When I'm in Japan, I always watch Fuji TV. It's one of the TV networks that has around-the-clock coverage, as Ohtani is covered like the Pope or a royalty in the UK. And so Ohtani refused to speak to Fuji TV. Why? Well, the internet investigators believe it's because Ohtani's home was shown. They reported about Ohtanis' new house on that TV channel. Ohtani bought Adam Carolla's old house in Southern California. I say old. It's really nice. Really nice. So I will say this was, I don't know. I mean, are you surprised? I guess the question is, are you surprised Ohtani refused to do the interview with the outlet because they gave information out about his house? I would say it's unnecessary. I don't know. I'm surprised. It's unnecessary. You are, if I'm not mistaken, the $700 million man. Ohtani plays in the shadow of Hollywood, right? You're in Hollywood. And so he's in a town filled with Starline double-decker red buses and all these other little vans and trucks hop on, hop off. And spoiler alert, by the way, I think he's kind of a big deal. And that's the kind of person who ends up on those celebrity home tours and the maps they pass out, go see the stars in Beverly Hills and Hollywood. That's the guy. So you take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and that's a fact, right? It's a fact of life. And so my advice, you got a lot of money, you can build really big fences, and you can hire really nice security people with big guns if you're into that kind of thing. All right, now final point. We go to the losing side, fresh off the humiliating, emasculating World Series loss. I loved every second of it. And I'm not beyond saying that I was mocking my friends who are Yankee fans. But people are buzzing in the Bronx. Who stays and who goes? Now, it's assumed that Juan Soto will go to whoever offers him the most money. He is a free agent. But how about the man in the dugout? After that blatant pinstripe panic, will the Yankees fire Aaron Boone? Is he done? There is a club option on Aaron Boone's contract for the 2025 season, the next baseball season, meaning the two are not guaranteed to run it back. Boone and the Yankees. Now, Brian Cashman is also part of this. He's the third one in the love triangle. So that the smart money says that Aaron Boone stays. And here's why. Okay, I'm going by the A&E theory. Now, what is the A&E theory? The A&E theory is simple. Despite the flopperoo, there is no indication here in the overnight that Aaron Boone is about to be whacked. So that means that if Boone makes it through today, Friday, he will have survived the first 48. And if you don't fire the manager in the first 48, you normally decide to keep the manager. It's like they have to solve a murder in the first 48 hours. And for the Yankees, their season, it was a crime scene. It was a murder. And it was a self-inflicted situation there, the way they butchered the ball. But if you're going to get rid of Aaron Boone, the knee-jerk reaction would be, all right, let's get out the ninja, let's get out the sword, let's get out the sniper, take care of business. And as you go further and further away from the gutless performance by the Yankees, the emotions will calm down, the waters will even out, and people will move on to other things. Aaron Boone will get out of jail. He will pass go and collect his $3 million. That's how much he's going to get next year to follow the marching orders of the nerds in the front office there for the New York Yankees.